So the second stage to learning about meditation, after you have done the breathing technique, as it were, in order to help relax and center your body and get it focused, the next part is, what do you meditate about? Now this is pretty much an open book. You can use a meditative state to just center yourself in order to focus, to try and clear your mind, so that you're giving your mind a space in order to think, or to focus on one thing, or focus on nothing. So it really just all depends. The first part could just be that you want to get to a point where you're just literally going to spend 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or however long you feel comfortable just being in that state, and continuing to just let any thoughts that come into your mind to just be taken away, dissolved, and then you just want to be in that particular state for a certain period of time. And that is a meditation in itself. From that point onwards, you can then focus on certain things. There are meditations called path workings. There are guided meditations. There are meditations that you can do on a particular subject, for instance. If you have a task in hand that you just feel that you're overwhelmed with, decision making and uncertainty and such like, you can use a meditation to just focus on that one thing, or that one thought that you want to bring to your mind's attention to work out. So a meditation just allows you to clear everything out, to give yourself a space in order to think, if that's what you want to do. Guided meditations or path-working meditations are very often spoken by someone else, or if you know the path-working or guided meditation process yourself, you can actually visualize it. If you're a visual person, you could maybe listen to a recording. You could record your own path workings if you like. Basically, a path working is a journey that you are taken on, and you can experience certain things. So you're very much using visualization, because a meditative state allows you to your mind and your brain to visualize really clearly, which can be quite difficult if we're distracted by external things. This is one of the reasons why it's quite useful, I find personally, to meditate in a subdued lighting, or even in the dark, with your eyes closed, because then you're shutting down any external influences, so that you can actually focus on what it is you want to focus on. Guided meditations can also, they can be used for, there's just so many things that they can be used for: healing, stress reduction, insight, just exploring the feelings about certain things, to actually receive messages and guidance from really deep parts of our conscious and our subconscious, and parts of our brain that we don't normally tap into. This is where people get really good inspiration. Observe the colours, observe any sounds or any messages that are coming through, shapes, whatever is going on, whatever your mind is actually kind of bringing out while you're in this meditative state. It's important to take notice of it as it is. Just take a mental note and keep it there, and then you can remember it afterwards. So it's a good place to be. Now, some people will, including myself, I'm an auditory person as well, and sometimes I will use a singing bowl or tincture in order to focus every now and then, and I may use that as not only a focus for meditation, but also as a way of defining time, as it were, or a change of state. What do I mean by that? Is that it's sort of we're kind of driven by time. A meditative state isn't really driven by time as such, but you can define a period of time, as it were, by using a singing bowl, and I will demonstrate that in the next lesson.